Hello and welcome to Tiffany Unpacks in Oregon, episode number, I don't even remember anymore. Today we're gonna open box O game, I've removed the F once more, number 14. Oh, I'm excited. I've already seen some great titles. Yes! Okay, so the filler in this game box is like not easily accessible, so it's going to be a while till I get to it. But we do have some small box games on top. First of which we have Hey, That's My Fish! This is the small travel friendly size edition of Hey, That's My Fish, which is a tile taking game. It's for 2 to 4 players, plays in like 20 minutes. The sad part is it takes like 10 minutes to set up, which is its only problem. Otherwise, this game is a lot of fun. You have penguins, you're moving them around the ice to try and eat things. I actually reviewed this game, link on the box or down the doobly-doo, so check it out. Then we have Biblios, which I got, it's designed by Stephen Fenn, and I got this game after Ed Braff and I played Biblios dice game. We play tested it for Steven, and I really enjoyed it, and Steve and I really enjoyed Biblios, so we picked up a copy. We actually haven't played this copy of Biblios. It's for 2 to 4 players, 30 minutes. We're gonna try it 2-player, and if we really enjoy it 2-player, we already know we like it 3 or 4-player, so if we like it 2-player, it will stick around in the collection, and if we don't enjoy it 2-player, well, it's not gonna die, it's just gonna find a new home. Ah! So this is our special edition copy of Battle Line, designed by Rainier Knizia. So I had a copy of Battle Line, which I got from a half-price bookstore in Texas when I went with Kyle, and I left it in a Kirby's Lane at 3 o'clock in the morning, and Kyle was kind enough to go by that Kirby Lane at like 7 o'clock in the morning on his way to work and pick up the copy that I had left there. And then he promptly mailed it to me, and then the United States Postal Service ate the copy of my game, my Battle Line game, which I bought for Steve as a gift. Super tragic. So I no longer have an official copy of Battle Line, but I print and played a copy of Star Wars Battle Line that somebody made, just like a fan copy of. There's some links to the print and plays on BGG, and yeah, so this is a Star Wars themed Battle Line, and we really like it, and we will probably end up getting a regular edition Battle Line so I can review it with comfort, because I really want to review this game for you guys. So yeah, Battle Line. Ghost Blitz! I played Ghost Blitz at the Extra Life 24-hour gaming marathon at Mock's Boarding House this last year, and I was super sleep deprived, but I still loved it. So when I saw a copy for sale at a game store, I just immediately got it. This one only has 5 items, the other one has like 7 or 8 or something items. It's crazy. This game is a quick grab game where somebody flips a card, and if you have to grab the thing that either isn't represented at all or matches exactly. It's a great game when you're a little tipsy, it's a great game when you're sleep deprived, it's a great game when you're stone cold sober, because, yeah, reflexy grabby game that I really like, and we have to break it out sparingly, otherwise everyone hates me. So, oh, Bananagrams. This is probably one of the few word games that I enjoy. If you don't know what Bananagrams is, it's basically individual Scrabble. So everybody has their own little Scrabble board that you're building, so you can build words, like whatever words you want, as long as they're legally words. So you can build whatever words you want and connect off whatever you want, and at the end of the game, it's the person who used the most tiles, I believe. So you don't get points for being fancy, you just get points for being quick. Bananagrams. Is the logo on that side? Yes, but my hand was covering it. Bananagrams. Ooh, what's this? You are a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper that's in here. Oh! 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 It's the rules for Birds of a Feather, which is a game that was designed by my friend Teal Crystal. Sorry, Teal, I can't say your last name. But he sent me the print and play files to play it, and I played it and really liked it, and I hope that you guys backed it on Kickstarter. It's a fun trick-taking game. It's probably my favorite trick-taking game around right now because it's so, like, nobody's leading the set. Everybody is leading the set together. It's a weird mix. It's super fun. Sadly, it's already Kickstarted. You can't get a copy of it, but when it comes out in stores, if you do see Birds of a Feather and you like trick-taking games and you want a twist on a trick-taking game, Birds of a Feather. It's also a really great theme, bird watching. Surprisingly fun. People get really into it. Alright, so then we have Fleet by Matthew Riddle. Is not closed correctly in its box. Oh, that's an exposition. So I picked up Fleet because the theme is something that Steve would definitely enjoy. We played it once when we were really sleep deprived, not super into it. We're hoping to try it again when I'm not crazy sleep deprived or hankry or any of the above, and hopefully we like it. So yeah, that's all I have to say about Fleet, I guess. But you own fishing ships, and you're trying to fish to get points to win the game. Fleet, haven't really played it well. / played it once when I was super tired and can't remember most about it. Targi! Yes! Targi. Targi is a 2-player game that we got because Maggie, aka Maggie Bot on Twitter, was just like, you have to get this game because it's an amazing 2-player game. Have you not played this game? And then we got it and we were like, oh my goodness. So it's a 2-player game where you alternate placing your guys on the edge of this board, and then where your people intersect are the cards you can take, and you're trying to complete goods, like make sets to get goods to like make your village to get points. It's a lot of fun. Takes about an hour, 2 players. I want to play this, like, right now. I don't think he got the hint. King of Tokyo! This is actually King of Tokyo with all of the current expansions for King of Tokyo. King of Tokyo is a fun smash and grab 'em game. The reason I still have this in my collection is because it's better than Yahtzee, and because of that sentence, I can usually convince anybody to play it. The expansions for King of Tokyo actually make it enjoyable for me. The costumes and the power-ups make it a lot more enjoyable for me. I really do enjoy King of Tokyo and the pressure luck of the dice. It's also just fun to play a game occasionally where you don't have to pay like super close attention to what's happening. And you just roll dice and you try and make sets and you push your luck and you wear silly costumes on your mega dinosaur costume thing and you just smash Tokyo. King of Tokyo. There's a lot in this box, including Elder Sign. Woo! Elder Sign was designed by Richard Launas and Kevin Wilson, and it is the only game themed around Lovecraftian horror and Cthulhu that I enjoy. So there you go. It's co-op. You're working to open gates. It's always been fuzzy to me what exactly we're trying to do in this game, but I actually do enjoy it. I like the pressure luck. I like the fact that you're working together. And yeah. I haven't played this in a while though. I got this copy. It's 1 to 8 players, which is another thing. You can play it solo. I got this copy a while ago, but I need to play it again. But I remember it's the only one I could stand, like the only Lovecraftian. I'm a bad nerd. I'm not into that stuff. So, yep. But I have to have one of those games in my collection because otherwise I just lose my gamer cred, I guess. This is the Star Wars Edge of the Empire beginner game. I used this, Steve got this, and then I used it to play a Contessa Online intro to role-playing board game session. I've recorded the entire game. You can watch all 3.5 hours of it if you want to click this box or link down the doobly-doo. I really like the starter set. I did 2 intro to role-playing games where both of the groups had never played a role-playing game in their lives, and we played with this, and we played with Star Wars 5th E, and the group that played this just like so much faster to get up running and like playing with them, and we got further through the story and they had more fun, and it was just easier to play than the 5th E D&D. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, so much so that Steve and I are now in a Star Wars Edge of the Empire one shot on the Mad Adventures website, the Yelp podcast. So if you want to hear the podcast of our game, I'm sure it will be up soon, linked down in the doobly-doo. Boom! Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective. So this is a fun co-op game for 1 to 8 players, where you are taking on the roles of the Sherlock Holmes Baker Street irregulars, and you're trying to solve a crime that basically Sherlock Holmes doesn't have the time for. But it's really awesome because the source material for each case builds on itself. So for the first case, you have 1 newspaper that you're reading and going through, but for the second case, you have 2 newspapers. You have the newspaper for today, and you have the newspaper from the previous day. And so by the time you get to the 10th case, you have 10 newspapers that have facts and clues in them that you need to solve the 10th case. So it's super awesome. Steve and I are on, I believe, the 3rd case. We have talked about hosting Sherlock Holmes Party, where we invite people over to deduce with us and play through. I shot a review of this, and I think it's like the only scripted board game review I've ever done. And Couple vs. Cardboard helped me out with it. They have a cameo in it. It's super awesome. So if you want to find out more, go ahead and click the link on this box or down the doobly-doo to find out more about this game. Along a similar vein, we have Gumshoe, which is by the same creator of Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective. This is like a 30s style noir game, very similar setup to Sherlock Holmes. This is one of Steve's games. Sherlock Holmes is also one of Steve's games. But we've kept this because it's supposed to be like harder and more in depth, and we really want to get through the Sherlock Holmes one and then play this one because we really like the play style, and we're excited to play something that is along those lines and potentially more difficult. And then the last game, but certainly not the least, in this box, this is a theme. We have Ghost Stories, designed by Anthony Bauza. So this is a co-op game that also has the cover on sideways. Don't you hate when that happens? So this is a co-op game for 1 to 4 players where you're trying to defend this village from invading spirits. Sound familiar? Samurai Spirit does a very similar thing. But this game is it's very hard to beat. It's a very tough co-op, and I've beaten it once, and I will say I looked up guides on Board Game Geek basically on how to beat it. I really like this one. I like the way that you move your figures around the board in the center. I like that physical location is important for doing things. So yeah, this is one of my favorite co-op games. This is a very tough co-op game, and the fact that we go into it expecting to lose makes, I don't know, I like that. I like that we expect to lose because it makes winning that much more awesome. Or getting close to winning that much more awesome. So yeah, if you want a really tough, challenging co-op, Ghost Stories. Also really pretty. Also, I have a promo for it that's been living on a shelf, waiting for it to be unpacked. So let me just put that in there really quick. Boom. Alright. So, that's it for today's episode of Tiffany Unpacks in Oregon. I hope you found an interesting game. This knife is getting really dull. This blade, I should say. I hope you found something interesting in here. I know I'm excited to get these games unpacked and these boxes, there we go, out of our dining room. Bam! See you guys tomorrow.